This video is sponsored in part by The High Ground by best-selling author Melinda Snodgrass. In the Solar League, those without choice seek the high ground. Go to Amazon.com for your copy today. Just getting something to drink. I'm drinking iced tea in a cup, which is why you hear
Commander,
ice.
there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
It's probably Ananias' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
Okay. Dum dum dooby dum 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 Scooby Dooby. Boom chicka boom chicka boom chicka. God, even when she rubs her neck, she does it sensually.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
In the long run, it is better to remove the source of the problem.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
What's happening up on Peak 15?
Before the weather closed in, Hanshan received a Code Omega signal from him. Code Omega means a terminal breach of safety protocols. No one goes up until the crew sends an all clear.
And if the crew never sends an all clear?
The executive board votes whether or not to destroy the facility. One antimatter warhead from the battle stations vaporizes all contaminants.
That would certainly solve the problem.
All right. I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
The job is done.
I appreciate your discretion. I hope I will never again be so careless as to find myself in these circumstances. I believe you require a garage pass. As well, I would provide a sum of 500 credits. Does that sound fair to you?
Mr. Keen, I should have turned that evidence into the proper authorities. You could be more grateful.
All you say is true. I can offer 750 credits. That's all I can move without attracting attention from the company. I have some calls to make, starting with Mr. Ananias. My office will open again soon enough. In the meantime, is there anything I can do for you here?
Did you see an Asari matriarch recently?
Yes, she caused quite a stir. It's not every day a matriarch arrives with a guard detail of commandos.
Is it so unusual to see a matriarch?
They rarely venture beyond Asari space. To see such an esteemed figure is surprising. Lady Benezia was also dressed for her role. An Asari in a pinstriped suit set tongues wagging among the younger male employees, so to speak.
Young males have an unhealthy obsession with my species.
Okay.
I should let you go.
I missed the chance to get him to...
Let me go. Do humans consider conversation a form of imprisonment? That would explain why so few are willing to sit and talk.
It's a good point. But I missed my chance to get him to talk to Ananias. So I guess I'll talk to Parasini.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
I need more time. Be patient.
It's hard to be patient this close to the end. I can't wait to work in real clothes again. You have any idea how much I hate skirts? Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my...
I decided to
This
take...
was the best opportunity I've had in... Why did you sell it?
I never signed up to be a Spectre.
That's a... You know what? Forget it.
I never signed up to be a Spectre. I was drafted. Honestly, I did it that way because it was an accident. I thought that the blue persuade option would get him to testify for me, not that it would get me more money. I don't need the money. So yeah, I kind of blew it there, but it was not my fault. It was an accident. I just made the wrong assumption.
Spectre, right?
Lilihirax.
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for Maiko's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water.
I was an adventurer
What can
like
I do
you
for
until
you
I took
today?
a arrow to the knee.
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Annihilus. And the matriarch came through.
Yeah, I know all this.
I have to go.
You need anything? I'll be here.
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's...
Yes, that's genuine. Yes, why wouldn't it be genuine?
I'd say these are what the matriarch had in the crates.
Where are these things? Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out. What did you do here, Commander?
Me? I'm the victim here. The Geth attacked us.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, the matriarch packed them in the shipping container she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia-sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
Okay, so out we go. Doom 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 chicka doom chicka chicka doom 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 chicka doom chicka doom doom. Bum bum Always thought this game could use a 1970s action TV show soundtrack. I remember the tune, and I know it's by Mungo Jerry, which is a band named after one of the cats from Old Possum's book of Impractical Cats, the book of poetry that was later turned into the Broadway show Cats by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Yeah, in the summertime is one of those songs that I learned about from one of my aunts. I think, like my Aunt Sandy, my Pat. And there were two figures in my life who really assisted with my musical education. Because you got to understand, they were like, when I was born, I think my Aunt Pat was maybe 15 years older than I was. And my Aunt Sandy was maybe, I don't know, maybe 13 or 14 years older. Old enough to matter, but not old enough to mean that they weren't still fun. And they introduced me to rock and roll music. I mean, don't get me wrong, my parents did too. My parents had their musical tastes too. And I owe a lot of my musical tastes to my parents. But there were a lot of influences on my music. You know, my aunts and uncles and my parents taught me folk music and country music and rock and roll, heavy metal music. But, you know, my grandparents introduced me to gospel and opera and show tunes. And I really ought to be able to shoot down those missiles. And that's that for this session. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed what I've been doing here, smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Especially if you've liked at least 3 of my videos. If you haven't subscribed, might as well go ahead. It helps me out. It costs you nothing. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I do appreciate hearing from you. You know, I look forward to hearing from people. It makes me think that what I'm doing here is kind of worthwhile. Anyway, I will see you again in the next session of Mass Effect. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.